While the African Union is holding an extraordinary session, all eyes are on the union that is expected to make a decision on whether or not it will pull out of the ICC. That decision, according to analysts, could make or break the ICC and its future operations. This comes barely a month to the commencement of the trial of President Uhuru Kenyatta, and questions abound on whether or not the head of state will attend his trial. His application to the court to stop proceedings against him, but the tone is already being set. Linda Gutu reports.
From the minute Uhuru Kenyatta was sworn in as Kenya's fourth president, the hallmarks of a united Africa were evident. Only this time, its roots were to be deeper and stronger. 7 months down the line, and the bond that was witnessed then could come to the fore when the African Union meets for an extraordinary session. A session that comes barely a month before President Uhuru Kenyatta is scheduled to appear at the ICC for the commencement of his trial. The tone is already being set.
Some of the standards that we were expecting, they probably just don't exist.
But as a lawyer, I am left in no doubt whatsoever. It was never a fit and proper case for the ICC.
Analysts say there will be several implications on different parties should Africa decide to pull out of ICC.
If the African Union was to pass a resolution urging its member states to withdraw, this would be a fatal blow to the ICC. In fact, I do not foresee ICC continuing with any significant relevance in international law.
However, a pull-out by the African Union and indeed Kenya would not alter the trial process that has now begun at the ICC. But questions abound on the level of cooperation that the court would receive from the suspects and the African continent. But if the latest utterances by his lieutenant are anything to go by, then the ICC may have a long battle ahead.
We have put a request to the court that our president, the president of the Republic of Kenya, the president that embodies our sovereignty, our freedom and our liberty, that president be allowed to attend the court via video link. Now it's up to the court to actually decide what they want to happen.
Indeed, President Kenyatta has now requested the Trial Chamber 5 to stop the proceedings against him altogether on the grounds that the prosecution has abused the process. In a surprise turn of events, Uhuru's defense team says it has what it calls concrete evidence of serious misconduct on the part of the prosecution. He now wants either a permanent stop to the hearings or a preliminary session to discuss this latest evidence before the trial can be allowed to start.
If the application is accepted in the context of judicial proceedings, I think that would be the end of the case.
Both of you, tonight. And the president's men and women insist, even if the trial goes ahead, there is no reason for the president himself to be present.
This past week, Chief Prosecutor Fatou Bensouda was adamant that President Kenyatta shows up for the opening hearing. She was adamant. She says he needs to be here. Does he?
Well, no, he doesn't.
Legal minds say the decision to go against the court's requirements would have several implications. The decision of the African Union when it meets for the extraordinary session on whether to pull out of the ICC could impact the future of this trial and the relationship of the court with the region.
Sisi tumekubali ya kwamba tutafanya kazi pamoja na hiyo koti. Tunaelewana? Lakini lazima pia wajue na waheshimu ya kwamba sisi pia tuko na katiba. Tunaelewana? Haiwezekani iwe Ruto yuko nje na mimi niko nje.
For now, all eyes are on the African Union and whether or not President Uhuru Kenyatta will attend trial at the International Criminal Court, making him the first sitting head of state to attend trial at the International Court or indeed any other court.